Everybody. So let us start our lecture. Today was just by reviewing our schedule. So according to our schedule, you have your test 2 on next Friday, right? Coming Friday, right? Yeah. Sorry. Yes. Quiz 5 stops. Okay. So okay. Yes, so all over your test 2 will be almost all about selection structure, repetition structure, and method. And then yeah, I think everybody has taken. Oh no, quiz 5 is due this weekend. Let me check quiz. Let us check what are the content of quiz 5. Okay, yes, quiz 5 is about methods. So better, yeah. Okay, in your quiz 5, there are about 17 questions. All others are MCQ and then short written questions, but multiple choice questions. By the time you take preparation for the test, you will be prepared for the quiz 5 as well. And if you similar stuff that we same thing that we discussed more about methods. Quiz 5 is all about methods. Your method chapter or function chapter will be covered for your test. So I passed a study guide on D2L. Have you had a chance to look at this? Anyone has any question about the study guide content? So I have covered everything except there is a small one topic, method overloading. I want to discuss that next week when I'm talking about module 5. There's one topic left, method overloading. Discuss that next week when we start class and object. It will be easier for me to explain. But that will not be in your test. Method overloading. But for your in your test 2, mainly you will have selection and repetition structure, and this mainly these three, four, mainly this. And in order to execute this, we know that you need to know about the previous steps, mathematical operation, operator, logical expression. You know this. You need to use this. Okay. Let us start with something that let's just review something today. Anyone has any question? Okay, if you do not have any questions, just I want to spend some time to review our previous stuffs. Okay. Okay, let us start with a Java program. Let us name it number series. Example 1. Let me start with Java, then I will convert it to C# and C++ and other languages. Okay, for instance, I want to display 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, and so on. Something like this, like 1000, 100, something up to this. So let us think from where we need to start one. What do you want to do? We want to display a series of numbers, right? A sequence. Okay. So then we need a looping statement, right? Okay. For instance, say int I equal to, we can say 1. Then we need a for loop for, you would see from the back. Okay, for I equal to 1, I less or equal to 10, I plus. No matter here I say I plus plus or plus plus I. It is not a matter. Okay, what we want to do? Print. I want to print something numbers. So in Java, we need, in order to, instead of print command, we need to, if we want to run our program completely in Java, then we need to write system.out.println. But in your test, if you write just print, that is okay. For any language, so we will understand that you are going to print something, okay? But in our program, it will not work for print. So we need this print. What we want to do? Print method print something on console. This is black screen is our console, right? What do you want to print? You have an idea? Okay, let us see the series. We want to print 1. So if I print I, then okay, if I print I, it will print. It will printing number 1, 2, 3, number 1, right? Okay, so let us start from here. We print I. Then I will start from 1, it will go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Every time it is increasing by 1. Instead of writing I plus plus over here, I can write I equal to I plus 1. Okay, if you want to print I, so either remember that about print ln. So if you use print ln in Java, it will print the stuffs and it will go to the next line. So my 10 numbers here will go one after another. We'll be printing one after. Okay. So my print line will be printing one after another, every line. But we want to print in a single line, right? So then what changes we need to do here? We need to give a space, right? Okay. We need to print in one line, then we don't need ln. Okay, but there is a problem. Still we have a problem. If I do this way, it will be printing a large number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually this is not a single number. There are 10 numbers here, but all are printing together. So we need to concise this, right? Format this. So how can I do that? Add a space. We need to add a space, some space like this, right? But we cannot add a space like this. So we need to this one is a number to concatenate. In some languages, it takes comma. Yeah, to concatenate. Okay. But in some languages, it takes plus. This plus is not a numeric plus. This is a string, is a concatenation, string concatenation. The first one is a number, and this one is a string. So if I run this way, it will look good, better. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, one line. By the way, it is breaking a line since I have a small monitor, small kin, so this is why it is breaking. But if I would maybe make it as small, okay, that is breaking because due to my screen size. Okay, that is not an issue. Okay, but still I am not done, right? What I wanted to print here. How can I get this series? Let us think about. Okay, it seems is square, right? 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square, something, right? So then what do I need to do? We need a single. Yes, how can I square? Yes, either multiply by itself. That's one idea. I times I. Okay, so let us take it simple. I times I. Okay, now it's pretty good, right? 1 square, 2 square. Okay, there is an alternative way. For instance, if I say I is power 2, maybe star, star. In some languages, it takes double star and then 2. In some languages, it takes like this. Like, I'm sure for Python takes it. So sometime we can, okay, some languages it takes double star, means power, takes I to the power 2. Some languages it takes cap. Some languages the cap. Okay. I had 2, that means I to the should do something. No, it does not do. Okay. So then the only way in Java I need to do I times I. Okay. Anyone has any question? Okay, now starting from here, okay, if I want to convert this program in a C sharp, some people are taking C sharp. People who are taking C sharp, do you need me to convert this? Or you can do yourself? You can do yourself? Okay, and the people who are taking C++, do you know how to do it? Okay, if you need this, if you like me to convert it, please let me know. I can do it. Okay, starting from here, for instance, let me think, if I want to print something like this, 1, then something else, maybe 8, 27, 4 times 4, something like this. We need to do a little bit change here, right? Seems a cute, right? So I times I times I. Okay, then 7, then 64, then 125 or something. Okay, this is a simple series. Okay, now for your test, you may be asked to write a program, or for instance, a method. A method, write a method that will display, like for instance, the cubic numbers up to 10, like this. So then what we need to do, we need to convert this, okay, into this method, into this code, into a, how can I do this? He said I need two numbers starting, one for starting, another for beginning. Okay. Yeah, there are several ways we can do. Trying if I can something. Let us cut this code. So one thing that remember, in order to write a method, you Java and C Sharp, object-oriented programming. And if you write Python codes in C Sharp, then you need to put your method within the class, not outside the class, but with outside of your main method. Okay, I saw outside your method, but inside your class. So we want to create a class. What it's a public void. Okay, make it static so that it will be easy to call. Void say print numbers. Okay, here within the code, within the method, we need a variable, right? We need a variable which we will up to what we will go through. Okay, so we can provide this variable in different ways. For instance, we can provide I as a local variable. We can provide I as a global variable. We can provide I as an argument. So for instance, here, if we want to, let me disable this, and if I over here, for instance, this is, if you say I over here, this is showing an error. I equal to int I equal to 1. This is showing me an error, okay, so that I cannot provide value here. You can define this variable over here. Then this has a name. What is this name? If we declare a variable within the parenthesis, a method or function, that is called parameter. Thank you. Okay, this is called formal parameter or argument, right? So why this argument will be working as a local variable for this, most likely as a local variable for this method. and it has an extra benefit than if I would really make it local variable like this. The benefit is that this main benefit is that we will be able to pass this value for this variable from the method where I will be calling this method. For instance, I want to call this method in my main method. Okay, so if this is a call, okay, how do I know that this is a method call? Whenever I see something, and after that there is a parenthesis, and after that there is a colon, so then this is simply is a function call. Okay, and then it's showing me an error because according to the signature of this function, I need to provide a value for I over here, right? I need to provide an integer value over here. Whatever value I want to provide, for instance, okay, let me make it I instead of I, let me make it n, another variable, because there is an issue over here. I have a variable I over here. Okay, so actually I need n over here. And see that minor changes I made. Instead of I just give name n. Okay, and I put n over here. So until whatever starting from 1 and it is going up to this value, whatever I provide. If I provide 10 over here, then my function is okay. Okay, so if I run this program, it will give me same result. Okay, but the advantage, one of the advantages is that, for instance, if I want to, instead of providing a cubic series up to 10, if I provide a different value here, 15, then it will give me do it. I need a print again. Okay, in the next call, let me make it. Okay, for the first call, it is going up to 10, and for the next call, it is going up to 5. Similarly, I can change it in the next call if I want. It's up to not 15. First, next call it is up to 15, right? If I make it, it will go like this way. Okay, this is a simple way that I can do, but it can be done in different way. Okay, for instance, if I call this method, define this method like this way. Okay, maybe I can, okay, integer x int y. Okay, y. I can have int x equal to 1 or no problem. So say or even I can say int I over here. So here is this method. I have declared another method. Okay, maybe I will be able to. If you give attention, please. If you understand this, then you will learn one more thing. Other things called loading as well as. The method overloading is a concept that we can have a method multiple times, method decoration multiple times. The decoration will be different. Only name will be same. Function name will be same. Here the name exactly is print numbers. And here is print numbers. The method will be different in terms of their number of parameter. So here I have one parameter and here I have two parameters. Okay, what type of parameters? So here these methods are different in terms of number of parameters, right? The first one has one method, one parameter, but the second one has two parameters. So while calling this method, like this one, okay, 5, 10, okay. So this one will call this. Okay. It is called the concept is called function overloading. That means the concept is that if function can have multiple decoration of a function, but the function will be different, must be different in terms of the parameter number. How many parameters are there? Here there is one parameter, and here there are two parameters. Okay. What type of parameters? Here, maybe I could say, I will show that another one. I can say, instead of, you see that it is showing me an error. If you say, for instance, int x, instead of int x, I can say float n. Then it is correct. Okay, I can have a different something different here. I can have a different decoration or different implementation here. But these are okay. That is taking that I have integer type over here argument, but I have float type argument here. The function must be different in terms of their parameter, number of parameters, or types of parameters. First two, this one and this one are different in terms of types of parameters, right? First one has integer type, one has float type. No matter what I do inside my program function, whatever I need, I will declare. Okay, but the matter is that I must be defined. The header line must be different in terms of either parameter type or number. So here I have one parameter only. So these must be different. Just try to do something. Okay, this must be different. Okay, maybe I can do another one. Okay, maybe I can say boolean. Bool. It is allowed. So these are, I have multiple decoration of my print number methods here. So The compiler will call the appropriate method in runtime by looking its actual parameter. So this parameter, compiler it will find that this is right. So then it will call this one. And this parameter, when it says two integer values, so then it will look for another function that has two integer parameters. So it will call this one. So according to just for my decoration, whatever I'm doing here, for this function, I'm starting from x and I'm going up to y. I cubed. Let me run these two, and we will see that we will get different result. Sorry. Okay, for now, because I did not declare this, okay, let me delete this. Let me call this. Okay, now for the first one, it has started from 1. So it is showing 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube, and something up to 10 cube. And this one is started from 5. It's showed 5 cube, 6 cube, 7 cube, like this. Okay, so this concept is called method overloading. Okay. In same place, in a same class, you can have multiple methods with same name but different. Like is a similar thing that we have in our family. We have multiple people with same last name, okay, or something, but maybe also first name, and but they should be must be different in terms of either their first name or with suffix, right? John, for instance, John Maddox 1 and Maddox 2 or something with generation or something. The same concept. Anyone has an issue? Okay, so in your test, you will be given a series to write a method to display a series. Maybe your series maybe will be different. For instance, something, for instance, you may need something. For instance, think about. I'm giving you your homework. 1 plus 1. Next one will be 5. Next one will be 1 plus 5. And the next one will be 9 plus 4 plus 14. And next one will be 16 plus 9, 25 plus 5, 30. Something you need to think about a minute how the series is generated. Okay, and one more thing. So review switch case and break statement again. Okay. And be careful about missing a break or having, for instance, this one. Sometime we discuss this one. So here is day 5. For instance, today is Wednesday. Let me start with 3. Okay. So you say if I do not have this break, what it will do? So day is 3 over here. So but if I do not have a break statement over here, so then it will go, it will print Wednesday, and then after that it will go for case number 4, and it will print Tuesday, and then there is no break over here, it will print Friday, and then there is no break over here, it will print Saturday, and so on. Okay, so one thing is that without breaking and say continue is same thing. I run this program. Okay. Okay, continue outside of loop, continue. Actually, okay, continue works for a loop, but in Java it does not work for this version. Okay, continue is by default. This time is over, right? Okay, so please study and follow the study guide and review other stuffs. And if you have any question, please let me know. Give me a second.